Good afternoon, everyone. Let's make this a market update. It is 3:33. Hey, on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Stunningly beautiful out there. Today, like, whatever that was. I had a muffin. I'm getting old. It's funny. But today, a bunch of rich white people, rich old white people, sitting in a padded cell, I'd like to call it, but sitting in a nice conference room someplace on the planet, probably in the United States, decided to take your house away from you today. They decided that in order to crush you like a bug because you have too much money, they need to get some of that back from you. And the way that they're going to get it back from you is what Joe's currently doing with gasoline prices, saying, hey, rise them through the roof. It's going to be faster that people go buy electric cars. Jennifer Granholm was just out today saying that, yeah, because the price of gasoline is so high, it's awesome because that means that our green movement is moving faster than what we otherwise ever dreamed it could. But it's not moving at all, really, in essence. Tesla's sales are doing okay, but very few people can afford a $75,000 car, no matter how much the government gives you to buy one. The other problem is that nobody's talking about how electric cars don't work. That electric charging stations are so few and far between that it is not uncommon for people to be running out of battery power and having their cars towed because they have simply lost charge and don't have any place to go charge their car. And also the concept that charging cars takes more than just overnight now. Batteries get weaker with time. So anyway, They just want to keep Americans staying in one spot so that we can't talk to each other all across the globe. But back to this thing, a bunch of rich white people just decided to take your house away from you. Now, they're not going to take my house away from me because my house is paid off. I don't owe any money at all on my house. And it's a nice house. I've decided to stay here. I've done construction work. I've added extra cabinets. I've made this house mine. Literally, I've paid it off. There's no bank. There's no interest. There's no nothing. It's mine. The only thing I have to pay is the association fee, which I don't really have to pay if I don't want to, and the property taxes. That's it. Property taxes, of course, are going up too because the local government here wants all the money they could possibly get, so taxes are constantly going up. Of course, I pay about $500 a month right now in property taxes. Think about that for a minute. $500 a month in property taxes. Rich, old white people are raising the tax rate, causing me to have to pay them more, is what it is. But luckily, it's only $500, and I don't have to pay $2,000 to a bank. I don't have rich white bankers coming in there demanding money from me. It would seem in this world that it would be discriminatory to have old rich white people take your house away from you. That's why I mention it that way, because that's what they are. They're people with all these advanced degrees and educations that are pointy-headed people saying, yeah, in order to crush people and get more money back to the government from you, even though tax revenue is soaring, the U.S. government has collected more money in taxes than they've ever created or ever gotten. But the Federal Reserve still needs more money back. They're calling all the money back. That's what they're doing. That's what quantitative or demand destruction actually is. Quantitative easing is giving money away. Getting it back is demand destruction, laying you off, losing your job, raising your interest rates, raising your grocery costs, raising your fuel prices, raising everything so that you have to pay more, which means that you're not saving anything, which means that you're no longer building wealth, and that is troubling to me. So that's why when things were really, really good, I got my house paid off. My house paid off is like, oh, geez, I don't have to worry about making a mortgage payment. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do anything that I don't otherwise want to do. Luckily, in my business units, I create revenue in a lot of different ways. I create revenue off of recruiting people as well, too. Doing a little bit of that today. Probably have another realtor coming over onto either my team or over into my practice in some way. Yet to be decided fully, but working on that. And then I end up making a couple bucks every time they go out and do some things. Now I reinvest back into those folks too, because they're a human asset. They're a producing human asset. I want to invest in them. I want them out there driving all around. I want them out there happy, because if they're happy, then I get a check every month, which is really nice to get. Just talked to a realtor down in Baton Rouge that gets over $1,000 a month from the people that she's sponsored into real estate, which is what I'm trying to do too, trying to build that up. So it'd be nice to get $1,000 a month from doing nothing. $12,000 a year doing nothing. If I could get $1,000 a month doing that and $1,000 a month doing Matchbox and Hot Wheels card collectibles, that's $2,000 a month plus my insurance renewals, and I don't owe any money. It's partial retirement right there. Not a bad thing. So right now, getting your house paid off is the most important financial thing you should be looking at. It is the only thing that's going to save you from these rich white people. Old rich white people. If you would like to talk about how to get your house paid off, how to be able to do that, how to change your path, how to change your life, how to change the outlook on money, how to change the concepts of what should I be doing, then let's have that conversation. And it does not mean that you're going to be putting any money into a retirement account right now, because we've got to get your house paid off. We need every hand on deck, every dime going to pay that mortgage, because that mortgage on renewal is now going to be 6% in Canada. The Bank of Canada, speaking of that, let's go there. I was in a board meeting today with the real estate board, and the financial guy that was up there talking to us about how good he's doing, and he's doing a good job. He is. He was talking about the concepts that the crushingness to keep, he looked at the Canadian dollar and he said the Canadian dollar could go to 90 cents per US dollar. He said that the Canadian economy should be strong because the US economy is super, super strong and we supply the US economy. We're going to be building all these battery-powered cars that the US economy is supposedly going to want from us at some point in time in the future. Okay, fine. But he pointed out that in order to stay in front of what's going on in the United States, those rich old white people, the Bank of Canada would be raising interest rates faster than the United States. They would have pressure to have to move rates faster than the United States, which I thought was exceptionally interesting. I was looking around the room saying, did anybody else hear that? That's a train wreck coming, if that's true. So I hope that the government of Canada realizes that it is fully independent, it is sovereign from what goes on anywhere else around the globe. It doesn't have to do anything with interest rates if it doesn't want to. It's its own country. But if it feels that it has to be higher interest rates here than the United States, for trade imbalances and all those other things, look out, because we've got a train wreck coming. But we'll see what the Canadian old rich white people decide to do to us. We know what the American rich old white people decided to do today. Crush us like a bug. That's where we're at. And that's your midday update. Stock market likes this news because it was expecting a 0.75% rate hike The Dow is up 500 points. It's up to 30,900. So it's up to support right now, or a resistance right now. 30,900 is resistance. You know that from watching all these other videos. So all we've done is move from an oversold condition to the right amount right now. We know that we're still looking for Dow 30,000 or 29,900. What happens every time the rich white people start speaking is the stock market goes up on the news. But then the analysts sit back and say, oh, wait a second, if the cost of borrowing has gone through the roof yesterday, then the cost of doing business has soared, which means that we have to bring down our future estimates of S&P 500 earnings lower. Call the movement lower. So this number, enjoy it while we have it, because it's going down. The demand destruction is going to destruct that too. It's going to have to destruct everything that you know. It's going to have to take the shirt off of your back, is what's going on right now. But it's what 80 million Americans voted for. So apparently, everybody should be fine with it. I just feel very, very sorry for everybody with debt. We've got to get you debt free. Because once you're debt free, you don't have to worry about what decisions these rich white people, old rich white people, make. Thank you for watching. That's your market update for today, Wednesday. Tomorrow, it's a hot day out there, all across the globe, apparently. So go out and enjoy it. It's a great day for long pants and sweaters. Because you'll be able to soak up some of this heat to be able to keep it through the wintertime, because you're not going to be able to afford to heat your house in the wintertime, because these rich old white people have decided to change that from you too. Take that away. How dare you have heat? So you better get out your sweater, absorb all that heat and keep it inside, because you're going to need it when we get into November, December, January, and February. It's going to be too damn expensive to be able to turn the heat on. So thank them for that. And enjoy your day. Have a great day. Bye-bye.